gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Hollis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr., had the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Monarchs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Push him back.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hollis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he rifles one incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
An Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Hollis. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, London.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
The 2-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check. Greystone, travel. Let's go.
Derrick Henry. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Titans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Got it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, Delta. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They're going to look to throw. They'll find Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, and a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Ready up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Henry. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Hollis. And he fires one, but incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Ready? 18, Gator. 54, line 54. All day, dog. And up.
2nd and 3. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jayon Brown. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 56, right there, 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. 3rd down here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Stanton. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 to Mutt, boys. 56. Shaq, 56. We got it. Mutt Smith. Mutt 56. Focus, defense, focus.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Let's go, boys.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's make these babies go. Watch out. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Bravo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, an even 90 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
When you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a huge play that time. 43 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And an alley to run. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. 80 weapons. Don't let him breathe. Go on. Snap.
On second down now. It's Carson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Go out.
They run again with Carson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Switch up.
Right there, 54.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Flushed out right. Now and this results in 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
Derrick Henry all alone. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 5-4.
Hey, keep it up.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, me and you coming.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Shoot.
And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
We own them. Hey, exit. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You got nothing there.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Set, ready? 30 base.
54. Right, 54. Rabbit.
Right up.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Stanton uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Yep. You must be true.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I hope you got your rest, 'cause I'm
Hey, Haywood. Hey, get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check. Let's go.
To throw again. Hollis. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taywan Taylor, 76 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Running from the gun with Henry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Got it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set the tone, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Stanton. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Stanton. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Tennessee, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.